Hi everyone, I'm Denis of Adebeo and I'm so happy to show you this Sketchup extension that's called Simple Tool. I have done Simple Tool to save you a lot of time. With Simple Tool, you will not do things that you don't do with Sketchup. You will just save 2 or 3 times all the things you do every day with SketchUp. Drawing wall, insert windows, copy component, move component. We will do all these things but much faster. I want to apologize myself about my level of English. I think it's enough to allow you to understand all the things in this video. And let's go! First of all, let's talk about connected wall. Connected wall is a really simple tool because you just have to make one click, one click, one click, one click, and it's draw wall. Easy, no? And the main question is how to specify the length, the width, and the height of the wall. So let's see how it works. Now let's start by explaining how it's work for width and height. It's really easy. You select the tool, and here you just have to enter the width and the height. For example, if you put 20 centimeters, semicolon, 7 meters, because it's a really tall wall. And now when you draw a wall, it's really big. So, okay, let's cancel these things and see how works length. Let's start by clicking on my first point. After I give the direction, and for example here the user interface show me that the length of the wall is 5.72 meter. If I enter 7 meter, enter, my wall will be 7 meter. One other question really important is where it's starting. As you can see here in the top view, the wall is starting from one side. If I press the control key, it changes the orientation of the wall. If you are on Mac, it's not the control key, it should be the Alt key to change the side where the wall is drawn. Okay, that's really easy. One other point is you can lock inferences. For example, here when I have green inferences, I can press the Alt key, and now the inferences are locked. That's really useful if you want to connect a wall together. Now let's see some tricky stuff about the connected wall. Why we call this connected wall? We call this connected wall because when you will move a wall, you know what? And the other wall, I take the move tool, and when you move a wall, all the wall will still be connected to it. For example, if I do like that, as you can see, wall are still connected to it. So that's a really good point, and that's why it's really easy to manage. So you can do several wall in the way you want. It will be connected. Up. For example, I do stupid things and it still work. Okay, one of the point is about IFC. If I have selected a classification for the model, all wall will be put on the IFC class. That will be really useful if you export the model to another software. When I have caught this extension, I show it to a guy, and the first guy say, "That's awesome, but I don't want the wall be connecting together due to the cut between them. So I just want to have independent wall." This is the reason why you have this tool that called Simple Wall. You just have to select it and it works exactly as the same than connected tool, but instead to have connected wall, you have just independent wall, and it's work like that, and you can draw with a wall with a 90-degree angle between them. Now let's talk about simple windows. Simple windows, you select the tool simple windows, you select the windows, and you click. Easy. Let's see in details how it's work. When I select the tool, first it shows me the list of all the components that are in the folder, in the Windows folder of the extension. But where is specified path to this folder? So if you want to change, if you have your own library, of if you want to customize your library, you will be able to doing that. You just have to go to extension, simple tool construction, and after that you go to opening library folder. When you go into this menu, you can select the library you want. Here, by default, this is the library that is give to you with the extension, but you can change it. You select the folder, and after that, he tell you, be careful. I will create thumbnail for all the file, and here after that, you get the list of all the windows and door you want. First of all, you can roll the wheel to see all the components, but you can filter them. For example, if I want to have all the components starting by 138, I just have to enter 138 stars or multiply, enter, and as you can see, it's filtered the result for all the 138 windows. After that, I just have to click it and to put it. Let's see how to define the position of the windows. I'm taking the windows, I'm selecting it into the library, and now, as you can see, there is a green area that shows me the allowed area when I can insert my windows. For example, if I'm going upper than this line, the windows will be outside of the wall. That's the reason why I can just insert my windows in this green area. Now let's say that I want to have my windows at 2 meters from the left and 50 centimeters from the bottom. So I just have to put 2 meters, semicolon, 50 centimeters, enter, and now I have my windows at the good position. Let's control it. Woohoo! That's perfect. One click, one click. Woohoo! That's perfect too. So let's take again the simple windows, and I will take another one, and I say I want to have my new windows at the same height than the other, but at 1 meter. So here I just have to go on this point. I don't click, I just go on this point and I put 1 meter. Okay, bing, I have put a new me windows at 1 meter from the previous one. For this single windows, there is an orientation. Is the windows opening from the left or from the right? If you want to change that, you just have to put the control key. As you can see here, the control key is just switching the orientation of the windows. So here I'm hitting one click and another click to do the opposite. That's really easy. Now let's say that I want to insert a new windows, but instead to insert it with the dimension coming from the closest windows, I want to insert it from this bottom left point. So here I'm going close to this point, and I press one time the Alt key. And when I have pressed the Alt key, I just have to move the windows, and now the reference point is locked. I mean, if I put here 8 meters semicolon 50 centimeters, the windows that I've been insert at 8 meters from this reference point. So that's really easy. Let's talk about additional details on simple windows. In fact, it's not details. The first point is I call it simple windows because it was done for Windows, but as you can see in the library that is given with a simple tool, you got some doors. So you can use simple windows to add doors. Exactly, this work exactly the same that for the windows. That's the first point. And the second point is when you will take time, if you want to move a windows, as you can see, the opening is moving with the windows. So that's really, really useful. It's avoid you to go into the wall to move the opening, etc., etc. So I hope you enjoyed this tool. Let's talk about the next tool of Simple Tool. Now let's talk about this tool. This is Simple Opening. Simple Opening working exactly as the same than Simple Windows, but uh, when you don't have to select any windows because it will just do a wall. If you put, for example, 2 meters semicolon 2 meters, it will make an opening of 2 meter by 2 meter, and when I click, it's open a wall really easily. Though, so this tool could be used on all vertical shape. For example, if you import a DWG, sometimes you want to push up all the wall in one time, but on the DWG, wall are not aligned. So here with a simple opening, you can just, if you want to push-pull the face after that, it will not work because for example, let's do it to be clear. Here, if I make a rectangle and I want to push-pull here, it's not work. That's happened really often with DWG, but sometimes with when you draw because you forget to align component. So here it's really useful because it make an opening whatever happen. Let's talk now about Simple Stick. Simple Stick is exactly as Simple Windows, but it don't make an opening. For example, here if I'm choosing this component, I can simply add stuff that is directly stick on the wall. That is really, really, really useful when instead to put a construction line, a second construction line, or to draw and to put dimension. Here, you have the component directly aligned at the good dimension, really easy. You get to know that you can specify a different library for Simple Stick. Here it's Stick Library folder where you click on it and you select the library if you don't want to insert the libraries that is given with the Simple Tool extension. Hey, we just finished Simple Tool construction. Let's see now the other toolbar, Simple Tool arrangement. The first tool of this toolbar is Simple Insert. When you click on this, here you can choose a component. You select a component, and as you can see, if you are not, if you are on empty space of the SketchUp model, it allows you to align this component according the axis and the orientation of the model, the axis of the model. But here, if I'm going on the face of an existing component, it aligns it into this component. That's really useful. For example, if you want to add a draw kitchen or all the things you want that is stacked together. Um, on this tool, SketchUp, on this extension, we give you a very light library of kitchen. Maybe it will change in the future, but this tool is redesigned to get your own library. So let's see how to change these libraries. You go to Extension, Simple Tool Arrangement, and here you choose the library. It's work exactly as the same from the Windows. So when you click to it, you select the folder, and after it say to you, I will produce the thumbnail, and after when you go to it, you get all the things. That is really useful. For example, if I'm taking an angle for that, uh, I'm making a click here, and as you can see, it align the component with the angle. If I'm taking another one, as you can see, it's directly changing the orientation of the component. And if you are used to do this with SketchUp, you have to go to the library, put the component into the library, take the move tool, rotate the component at the good position, and that it's done. But here it's really simple because you just have to take the component and to put it like that as you want. It's really easy because it's starting from the top, from the bottom, from the angle you want. That's easy to insert component with that. Now let's talk about simple align. Simple align, you select the simple align tool, you make one click on the face you want to align, one other click, one click, one other click, and that's all. For example, if you select two components and you say I want to align this on this, it will align this on this. Now let's say I want to align this on this, okay, and I want to have this face on this face, bingo. Now I select the two and I say I want to align this face on this face, and that's okay. So this is a really simple tool. There is nothing, there is no so many things to do, but it saves a lot of time instead of zooming to select a precise point into dezooming to select another point. It saves you a lot of time. Now let's talk about this tool that's called Simple Move. If you want to move a component into SketchUp, you have to select the component to select a really precise point and to move it, and be careful that to be on an axis. Here, with Simple Move, you just have to select the tool, and here you choose the direction, and if you want to put 2 meters enter, you put 2 meters and you make a click, and it's moved the component from 2 meters. That's really easy. Another option to that is if you want to move the component by his own side. So here you just have to put the control key, and as you can see, the icon, the cursor is changing. Here I have 1, 2, 3. It means that I have to specify the dimension where I want to increase, move the dimension of the move. But if I'm pressing the Alt key, there is no more the 1, 2, 3 on the cursor. It means that the component will move by its own dimension. That's really useful for example, for kitchen, but for a lot of business, you move component by their own dimension, uh, each 60 centimeter, or I don't know what. Now let's talk about simple copy. It works exactly as the same than simple move. But instead to move the component, it make a copy. So if I want to make a copy at 2 meter, I put 2 meter and I just do a click, and every 2 meter I will have my component. Simple network working exactly as the same. Here, if I'm putting, if I clicking and dragging, it will multiply the component along the directions that I have choose. So that's an easy tool. Once again, I didn't have nothing to say. Just press the Alt key, for example. I'm dezooming, and up, I make a full range of components. Really, really easy. Nothing else to say. Um, I hope you enjoy it. And the last tool of Simple Tool Arrangement toolbar is to change color in one's time. If you choosing the first tool is to replace a material from the model. So here you got to be here and to select a color. For example, I will, with the bucket tool, select this red color. And now, if I'm selecting this tool, I can say, let's replace it by a summary dress up. And in one click, all the color have been replaced, even if they are on a component or sub component, or even if they are lost in the tree of the layout. And the last one, do exactly the same, but instead of when you choose here a color from the model, you are choosing a color from a library. Here, I didn't have any folder with SKM material on it, so I will not show you, but it works exactly as the same. So I hope you enjoyed this video, even if my English level is not so good. I know I make a lot of mistakes, but this tool is not so hard. You just have to know all the three or four tricky stuff about it to save a lot of time. Because this is the end of this tool. So you can buy it on all Adebeo website defined on the description of this video. So I hope you enjoy. See you with simple tool extension.